Once again, we're alive. Doing the prologue of the Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a little loud. Turn down the volume. Holy shit. Holy hell. But I guess just the intro. Corrupted case file. Okay. I've heard it's relatively short, so like we can do this pretty quickly, I think. I don't know if there's voice acting or not. I didn't check. Nope, I guess not. Rinko. God damn it, Rinko. Erica. No one wants to. Is the volume like really low now? What the fuck? Is there any volume at all? Oh, it's so low. There is volume now, but it's like the quietest thing ever. Or I have to like constantly put back and forth between the audio. Oh god. No one's talking about it, but it's all sitting on anyone's minds these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How's a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? But honestly, Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled The Kirigaoka Vanishing. He keeps it to himself the best he can. I haven't tracked another report of the dark fog of the area. I have to find it had passed, leaving dreary ring hanging in the neighborhood. And at the scene, we all found were clothes of a mother and son left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone, previous lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. It was the worst feeling I'd ever had. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take up my umbrella. That's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime. A group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down to them on the very moment. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. KK. Unable to shake the idea that monsters are all around him, Ryota navigates on his phone to a document called The Marunouchi Vanishing. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman from Marunouchi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area, and then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a little horseshit. It wasn't until I met them, and until my encounter, that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen that monster taking the form of a woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew as long as I didn't get myself surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of misery. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag. The missing lady's ID card. Found the missing lady's ID cards in there. Then I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers. They were in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body just vanished. No mistaking whose handiwork it was either. I finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. KK. Could monsters really live among us? Among us. These case files say that yes, they absolutely can, and do. According to this one, a lady called me about a missing person who vanished from the bathroom of her apartment. Usually I'd brush it off as another runaway, but after seeing the crows circling above her apartment, I had a feeling there'd be more to this. Ah. The black stains on the front of the door verified my hunch. Turns out I'm the only one that can see these black stains. The lady who lived there and showed me in made no signs of noticing it. She showed me the bathtub and gave me a play-by-play of what happened. Her boyfriend was taking a bath, longer than usual, so she went to the bathroom to check in on him. When she opened the door, her boyfriend was gone. For a short instant, there was a reflection of an old shrine on the surface of the bathwater. I rubbed my finger on the rim of the bathtub, and there was a transparent, sticky, slime-like substance on it. A reflection of a shrine shone on the water's surface. God damn it, S's. I'll need to talk further with my team about this incident, to see if these things ring any bells. I purged the black stain on the front door and lit the scene. Poor lady. What will she do now? What can any of us do? Okay. Wait, didn't I already... update for that? In these posts, the kid had found something. Or rather, someone called KK has been looking into monsters in this part of town. A believer, just like Ryota. Social media would never lie. Known as KK is an expert. Maybe the expert in all these things paranormal. There's only one thing left to do. I've been poured over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find. Ryota prepares to take action. I'm gonna ask this KK guy to help. Just gotta figure out where he lives first. Sagasu. Oh, so it's an agency? Ghostwire Tokyo, that's what the name is? Okay. Dear Mr. Investigator Person. Okay. Dear Mr. Investigator Person, hello, how are you? I'm not good, I need your help. Monsters got my best friend Sosuke. I hate that name because I can only think of Prozi's sketches. Sosuke Bosuke. God damn it. Why? Ringo's in seminar chair. She's zeroed in one of a dozen monitors from across the makeshift command center stuffed in this cramped Tokyo apartment. Oh man. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Data flies across the screens. It's seemingly too much. Charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow through all those screens and all that clutter, Yora's message catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytic approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks, but she also knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. What do you make of that? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. He has something to say, but holds it back. Technology is easy. People are hard. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, Ed turns and walks away. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer, from where they never return. If any information turns about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate. Though I speak purely out of personal interest, it might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay. It's safe to say that since you somehow found the time to record something specific about a single urban legend, you want to look into it. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He suddenly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how you spend your free time. Hi, Ed. Eric has been sitting next to Rinko this entire time, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is... Want me to check it out? I don't think so, Erica. Could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Seriously? You still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown her maturity beyond her years. She gives Erica an almost sisterly look of skepticism. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly looks back to her monitors and away from Erica. But for all her maturity, Erica can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I'll have him take a look. The tiredness is setting in. The stall's brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. That sound breaks when the phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. The peace and solitude is shattered. There's no way to enjoy noodles. God damn it. The silent diner finally glances at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case. These people have been working harder than their enemies ever did. Give me 5 minutes to enjoy a nice quiet lunch. I can't. What? Oh, I have to. Oh, okay. I have to press buttons. Got it. Let me guess. I'll be risking life and limb. How you let it ring for so long? Too scared to pick up? You know the exact day I stopped being scared of anything. The day you stopped being alone or hooked up with us so we can have your back? Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not full enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, you know I'll be there, no questions asked. I already volunteered, but right now there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple check-in on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we're looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what, you're right. Maybe Erica should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're so busy, so... Well, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. Hey, Rinko. Let me guess. Pissed I interrupted your precious solitary soba time guy? Irked, not pissed. I was almost done. God forbid the report of a special spirit of protecting children interrupt the same bowl of noodles you've had 1,000 times. Not much left in this world I love. I'm thinking of something else to tell you. You don't have a chance to add to that list if we don't figure this out. People know how powerful the forces we're dealing with really are. We have to keep pulling these threads until we unravel the whole damn thing. No thread is too small. I guess I can't argue with that. I know I can rely on you. It might be the only thing I know for certain. I'm gonna go prove how smart I am, dumbass. It's the job I was born to do. Oh god. God, I'm really going a lot now. Oh boy. Slap myself silly awake. Holy shit. Beardo doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He's young, but he's very much alone. His focus is centered on the small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With head, arms, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Raven inspects his creation, someone who's been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Rita looks up. He's nervous but clutches the paper doll in his hand to stay brave. He's not running or hiding, despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to your little friend. Gotta admit, I'm known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you have the benefits of a partner, without the annoying small talk. Rita's shoulders ease. He lets down his guard as he listens to the detective re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises him with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to the scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You were sorcerer by chance, and now's the time to tell me. So you really are him, huh? You're gonna have to be more specific, kid. You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. They say you solve strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Rita's phone. He sees social media posts featuring photos of various case files he's worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing my name is a pain. And I got too much pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You want an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. So glad you're gonna look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing. I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends in the force, so I can dig up dirt quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honest. My buddy Sosuke disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. Rito motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. If Ryota's bluffing, he's an incredible liar. Sadness comes over him when he looks back toward the alley. Keiki looks back and forth, from the kid then to the alley behind him. All alleys are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. See any fog when that happened, the moment he disappeared? Now they mention it, there's been something spooky around, like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. Alright. Keiki mutters something to himself as he eyeballs the alleyway behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. So much going down in the city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front page news. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he was taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. But it did happen to my best friend. Sosuke's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone's been looking, but no one can find him. What about his parents? They filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about Sosuke. I know he needs me. And no one else is even looking for him anymore. Just me. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated. You knew there's more to it than everyone else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to Sosuke's disappearance. I just need your help. You really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. You remind me of her friend Erica. She lost someone too. And she'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where the Sosuke pal of yours disappeared. Ryota perks up. So you're gonna look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team, see if they figured anything out. Could save us some time. KK reaches for his phone. Good. What's up? We're all here. Just in a quick word, wanting to follow up on what the kids told me. Ed, did you find anything in those files of yours while I was talking to the kid? Unfortunately, I've only done a limited amount of my own research into this legend before being pulled away by other tasks. That said, I've been quite eager to continue it. Ed, spit it out. What do you know? Of course, it's still just a theory. At least speaking, Ed queued up another file on his audio recorder. He lets you do the talking from here out. While installing some ethereal energy monitoring hardware that I decided to place throughout the city, I became aware of micropulses within Tokyo's electrical grid that are only recognizable within district frequencies. It is my belief that these frequencies are tied to spiritual resonance, a byproduct of vanishing experiments. My intention is to continue monitoring these pulses via the mobile lab, with the hope of ultimately detecting a source location. So far, signs point to the Shibuya district, but I've been unable to produce more specific results. It's as if the source is continually moving, relocating perhaps, to avoid the exact type of precision detection that I seek to achieve. Moving target, eh? However, if you were trying to move quickly through the city undetected, you could do worse than the sewers. Well, Ed, time to test this theory of yours. Ryota? It's time to find Sosuke. Sosuke Bosuke. Nothing looks out of place, but things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding on to anything, but you would think he is by the way he's moving. Like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Ryota has no clue what he's trying to do. He watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. As KK opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops from his hand down onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. Oh. Oh. I don't know if I'll make it to the game's release. Fucking Christ. A strange trail floats into view, as though a spirit's been passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Ryota follows KK's eyeline down the alley, but sees nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid. It's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. You're too young for it. To take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. KK and Rinko are in big trouble. This time. Running like rats desperate to stay alive, with only a dingy old sofa between them and monsters. Better find another exit. Rinko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body's reacting to the ether. As KK looks down at the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform, everything continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination. The world's breaking in two. That'd be crystallized ether, another form of matter. Sounds like your body's entered the final stages of affinity. From thin air, like phantoms, these horrific visitors appeared, surrounding KK and Rinko. Damn, we're surrounded. Mr. KK? Are you okay? Huh? Sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control. He just kind of stood there for a little while. Sometimes my memories take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight, it won't be long. The report on Rinko's computer set up flashes on the screen. As monitoring software as a whole of something big. The results are clear. Spiritual residue is exactly at KK's location. What is it now? We just received an alert. There's a massive surge of spiritual energy at your location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. Might have a missing child on our hands. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Relax. Ed's research has already prepared me. I'm ready. I appreciate the vote of confidence on behalf of my work, but that research is actually quite limited. It's more of a brief overview, in fact. I wouldn't call it an actual intelligence, so to speak. It was a very informative overview. I doubt I could be any more ready than I am right now. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use your own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. Kage decides to address one team member specifically to make this case. What Eric and I have been through. I don't expect everyone else to understand. Hell, I barely understand it. Here's what I do understand. I take risks so others don't have to. And yeah, you all do the same thing. That's why I'm proud to call you my team. But it has to stop somewhere. A line needs to be drawn. We're the vulnerable ones who need your protection. We're all strong, and that strength multiplies when we work together to help others. You two are so special to me, both of you. And I think I understand where you're both coming from. It's just that this torment, once the power's gone inside you, the infinity, it won't let you rest. It's like being chased, or running from something awful. I'm sorry I'm not making much sense. I just can't be quiet right now. I have to speak my truth. I have to support whatever decision he makes. The truly selfless act would be to stand still and let it overtake you. In the end, I know I would do the same thing. Let's hope you never have to. I'll talk to you later, in the middle of investigating. He was never any good at following people's directions. The attitude is precisely what saved their hides on countless occasions. You don't think I realized that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. The hell? Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between the two horrific figures, into some incredibly strange, glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. They'll give you the power to fight back. Might just make you even more miserable. Who can say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK, without hesitation, stretches his hand out toward the crystals. Wait, stop. Stop is not an option. Not for any of us. You know what'll happen? It could kill you. Those things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You throw away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. It's not a goddamn thing left to lose at this point. But if Renko can say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. KK follows the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. The spot is clearly the origin point for her spirit as the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Sosuke? KK looks around again, finding nothing focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The structural vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing specter hovering in the dark, this dark and dreary place. The spirit of a man in his 30s. A Chibaku-rei. According to Japanese lore, the type of spirit is trapped inside a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? Man. The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters as if distracted, or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know. What are you doing here specifically at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So just being neighborly, eh? Yes, no. Not making a friend. Protecting. But he wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else. Something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster? A monster? The Spectre points downwards. Underneath, huh? KK stares at the manhole as though if he looks just hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath its cover. He doesn't have to see the Spectre nod to know he's right. He went that way. Before he can pull the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective business. You don't belong back here. Thought I heard you talking to someone. Who's this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother. Only you can hear me? Well, sure, nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe, not safe. Monster. I don't know if I'll be safe up here. My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. I'm just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to anyone. Funny you should mention that. Could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services. Who you calling, mister? Are they nice like you? Or nicer? Client services? Sounds more like babysitting to me. If only you just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare is never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Renko sighs. A long, tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course he'll help. She'll always help him, just as he'll always help her. And they have the perfect candidate in mind. Oh, bah. You, Renko, there's nobody I trust more. The way you looked after Erica, you got away with young people I just don't. Talk some sense into this kid, and give me the space I need to get the job done. Put him on. Ryoto holds KK's phone to his ears, happy to make another new friend. Yes, Mrs. Ghost Hunter? No, Ryoto, this is Renko. I'm the one who first read your message about your friend Sosuke. We're gonna find him. You have to trust us and listen to us. We also need your help. Will you help us? We need a new deputy for our paranormal investigation force. The deputy? Like a real deputy? Yes! Perfect. You're now our official task force lookout. It's a tough job, not anyone can do it. But I believe in you. I'm sending an alert to your smartphone right now. Every 5 minutes, send me a message and tell me what you see, even if it's just normal stuff. I'll do my best. You need to stay right where you are. If you go anywhere, that wouldn't be good. Good task force lookout work. In that case, I'd be forced to demote you to a lower position. You have no idea the kind of paperwork that would create. You can count on me, Rinko. KK watches as Ryoto smiles and hands the phone back to him. Then the kid puts on a tough deputy face and begins to survey the entrance to the alleyway. We good? He's on lookout duty. I should keep him busy for a while. But she'd better proceed with caution. We're on our way. You're the best. Tell me something I don't know already. Already know. Now to get down there and find your pal Sosuke. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not because of any change in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy that fills the air. Paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. Ew. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up? Right below our feet. Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kagure only increases. There's definitely something here if there's this much corruption swirling around. Nothing I can't handle, though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power and... What? Whole changes of shape. Okay. Oh god. Good job me for being very good at tracing. Okay, great. Perfect. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. That's better. Minus this stink. With the Kagure now cleared, as if they're waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. Sosuke, that you? The small boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Hey you, kid, you okay? Can you hear me? You hiding from something? Take a bath, take a bath. Come on, kid, this isn't the time or place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out. The tiny chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found Sosuke, but I'm worried he won't. Down so far, the signal of KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Hello, is anybody there? Renko, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? Erica, can you hear me? You with Ryota? Can you ask him was Sosuke wearing a yellow raincoat? The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Sosuke. It's about Sosuke? Not. Erica, I can't understand. Sosuke's not what? Not Sosuke. The call cuts out, the phone going dead in KK's hand. Damn. Enough screwing around, Sosuke. Just like that, finally, called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds, stands up, and turns to KK with his dead evil eyes. You're not Sosuke, you're the monster. My daughter woke up for a second and so confused as to what the fuck was that. KK raises his hand and calls forth energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. In that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, the raincoat visitor, just in time to press the child's whistle to his mouth and... At a stranger's fingertips lies KK, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm or nothing else will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch. Hello, my new friend. Keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration. It surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. As the monster still rancor wizard blows his whistle, he slips back into the shadow darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for two much larger, well, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. I'm waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. Okay. Paralyze them, I guess. The umbrella visitors are frozen in place. One stun talisman is left. Count damage one, I guess. One umbrella visitor is injured. Umbrella visitor is awakened from the stun. Stun again. No more stun talismans. Damage again. The music got real loud again. Good shit. One of them is injured. The visitor awakens from the stun. Do it again, I guess. It's injured. It attacks. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. appears in front of KK. When no visitor attacks, its attack is deflected. Barrier is broken. Hold on. There we go. One is injured again. You're done. The fight now over. The super's oddly calm again. KK sweeps the space looking for any clues that might have left behind. Why do a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? Then he sees it affixed to the one wall of the tunnel. The one tag, sometimes called the Kafuda. This might be with some of those things. KK reaches out to take the Kafuda down, but as his fingers approach it, Rinko? God damn it, Rinko? Erica? KK feels a big, quick thump through his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... Gasp. As KK comes to, he realizes that he is in the tunnel once again. No still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole, not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy, his mind races. It was a horrible dream. Maybe a vision? He grips the Kafuda in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard it smashes into pieces. At that moment, KK realizes he's not actually alone. Distracted by his fear, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised, he spins to face his entity. Before he can raise his other hand. Ah! Oh. Huh? KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. You fool. You go into a wall of Kagure and your instinct is to walk deeper into it when you know we're on our way to help? Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling at your stupid ass for making me worrying about you. Okay, but all of our instruments at HQ started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as soon as possible. We find an open sewer entrance, little Ryota peering down into the deserted tunnel, clearly considering climbing down there despite our best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except... Let's take a look ourselves. It's corruption in all directions. The whole place absolutely soaked in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet, and you go sniffing around alone? It's not... Maybe let her finish. Worst of all, you're stinking but unscathed. Haven't been gone just long enough to have me convinced that you're really hurt down there, that I would never see you alive again. The problem with disappearing into dangerous sewer all alone is that the longer you're gone after Rinko has asked you to be cautious, the more time she has to consider the things she'll shout at you in return. The things we've been through together. When you're in danger, it's as if I can feel it, deep down, but there's nothing I can do. What if you died? The thought of being haunted by you of all people. I almost climbed down there to kill you myself. I'm sorry, I should have waited. Don't you dare be nice to me now. You need to calm down. I'll value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, Keiki turns his attention toward the original source of all his trauma, his young client Ryota. You were never going to tell me, were you? Sosuke isn't your best friend, he's your dog. He's my dog and my best friend. Keiki steps back nervously. Sosuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Calm down, he just wants to be pet. Jeez, who would have thought that such a toughest and form projected would have such a strong phobia around dogs? Don't have to broadcast that, alright? Don't be scared, Sosuke loves everyone. Maybe we should draw the line at loving monsters that follow them into the sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and gets a face full of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless the little dog is. Still keeps some distance. Thank you so much for bringing him safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK? What an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? Suppose there's a fun ring to it. Not quite as so formal as your full name, K. Before we get too sidetracked, as lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse, fighting monsters or filling out all these damn forms. It's obvious you prefer fighting to paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines, only Ed can read them. Nick Kid, this is for you. Is there a prize for helping you find the ghost? Almost, it's the bill. Ryuta's face sinks as he's left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work is pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Ryuta looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says, "The case of the cursed manhole. Extermination complete, KK." Leaning over his shoulder, Wrinkle lets out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. We didn't choose the nickname KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Call me what you like. Not like I got any use for a real name these days. Definitely not one of my old names. Doesn't matter what anyone calls me as long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce as though he's recalling the bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. Okay. A little longer than I thought. Now I'm going to see if the game will actually properly load up. Because it's after midnight now, so I'm going to end the stream and then, I might just save it for tomorrow. I am tired, actually. I ended up being very much tired than I thought I'd be. I'm feeling a wave coming over me, like, whoa, exhaustion, whoa. Holy shit. Out of nowhere, too, kind of. I was feeling a bunch of energy, and then, like, it started dying down during this, and I was like, oh, fuck. This sucks. Damn, how long is credits for this thing? Holy shit. They're just creating the whole company. I don't think it took this many people to make this short visual novel. Holy hell. Holy hell. The longest credits ever for the shortest thing ever? Probably, right? Jesus. Man, oh man. It's still going. It's still going on. What the fuck is this shit? How? I can't wrap my head around it. Oh, thank God it's at the end. Holy crap. Credits are way too long for that. What the fuck? Buy now. I already bought it. It's in my thing. Download's cute. Alright, so it's gonna start the download now. Alright. So that'll be a thing. Yeah, I just might not stream it tonight. I'll change the thingy to tomorrow night. Yeah, it's already going slowly. Two-tone pack. It's late. Alright, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.